back after the full timeout for the Wenonah Lady Dragons as they have a 6-point lead, and James, more importantly, the basketball.
An opportunity for Wenonah. They were down as much as 8 in the first half. They can push the lead up to as much as 9. It's a great inbounds pass that's missed on the layup by Evans. And last touching it right in front of us is Trinity Wills. That was an outstanding inbounds. Basically an extended entry feed to Zariah Evans, who just couldn't finish on a little bunny.
Phillips going to throw it in. She needs some help.
Braxton there to help as she gets by Evans, and a foul at the baseline. Zariah Evans on a little love tap that time. Just her second personal foul. Shyla Jones has already fouled out for Wenonah. Ariana Parker on the bench with 4 for Wenonah. Nicholson gets it off. Fought off a double team that time as Taylor has it. Here's Phillips. Thought about the 3 for a moment. Wenonah extends their defense. Under 5 to go. Nicholson pulls up for 3, and she gets fouled and has a chance for 3 free throws. So they'll call the foul on Jalen Jackson, the junior, her first.
Can Jacksonville answer now and claw their way back into this one with just 4:41 left?
3 big free throws for Nevaeh Nicholson. Shot up and good. She's led Jacksonville in scoring. Has 13 and can take a game-high individual scoring lead all by herself. Second good. 5 of her 14 now have come from the free throw line. A made free throw here would put Jacksonville to within 1 possession. Clutch free throws that time for Nicholson. A game-high 15 for her. Wenonah still with the lead. Still plenty of time, however. 4.5 to go in regulation. Wenonah and the Jacksonville boys in the green room following this ball game. A little too aggressive on the defense by Alexis Phillips as she shoves Franklin into the bench. Alexis Phillips, her second. Wenonah with 4 team fouls here in the quarter, and Jacksonville with just a couple. Franklin to inbound. Wills finds Franklin as Jacksonville in the man-to-man as Franklin gets by Phillips as her dipsy-do layup no good. Gets her own rebound and puts it in for 2. Samarian Franklin into double figures with 10. Here's Braxton the other way. Goes into 2 defenders and draws the blocking foul.
That on Evans.
Stephen White calls the foul, and indeed it is on Zariah Evans, her 3rd. So Jacksonville with that a foul on Wenonah. They'll shoot free throws for the rest of the ball game. Free throw for Braxton is up and good.
We just go under 4 minutes.
Jacksonville once again can get within 1 possession as both free throws good for Braxton. Up to 10. Anybody's ball game as we go down the final minutes of regulation. Evans picks up the dribble. Good look in the corner as the 3 is way too strong. And the rebound goes to Nicholson as she wants to hurry it ahead. Taylor comes back to help. Nicholson all alone for the tie. Off the side of the backboard. And an easy rebound for Wenonah's William. Check that, Wills. Wills on the board as Franklin down the lane. She banks it up and in for 2.
Boy, she's quick as a cat.
Able to find the opening down the lane, up to a dozen. Good ball handling that time as
player
an offensive
control.
Foul. Phillips on the foul. That's her 3rd. And so she joins Prothro and Braxton as well as Swain with at least 3 fouls. Third team foul for Jacksonville in the quarter. Golden opportunity for the Dragons of Wenonah to push their lead up to 3 possessions as Ariana Parker with 4 fouls comes back in. They'll swing it over in a steal for Jacksonville. They have numbers that they can move it. Prothro, Euro steps and gets the reach in.
Is that on Franklin?
No, it's not. It's on Trinity Wills. That's her third. So that was a big steal by Deasia Prothro. She's back in with 4 fouls, and she has big free throws coming up for Jacksonville. 2 at the line, and the first is off the mark.
2:55 left, James. We're going down to the wire.
Wenonah 5 of 13 from the free throw line, and now Jacksonville 21 out of 30. Free throw up and short, no good, and the rebounding position goes to Franklin. Up ahead, Cooper wisely backs it out. And Franklin steps on the sideline that time. And so a turnover for Wenonah. Turnovers have kept Jacksonville in the ballgame. Now 26 for Wenonah. And Jacksonville not far behind with 24 turnovers. Jacksonville able to get it ahead. Taylor almost traveled as Prothro leaves it off for Braxton, who misses the jumper. Prothro with the rebound and fouled. That's on Parker. She fouls out. And no, they'll call that on Zariah Evans. That's her fourth. Ariana Parker, very fortunate she did not pick up her 5th foul that time.
Yeah, both bigs now for Wenonah in serious foul trouble. Both of them with 4, Evans and Parker.
So a second try for Deasia Prothro to put Jacksonville within 1 possession. Misses the free throw as she's missed 3 in a row. Jacksonville just 23.8% from the field. And Wenonah just under 46%, 22 out of 48. Second free throw up, and that also rims off. No. Offensive rebound, put back good, and a chance at an and 1 for Ontaria Braxton.
And who's it on?
Count the basket and the foul on Deja Tinsley, her second. So Braxton up to a dozen. A made free throw would get the Golden Eagles to within a couple. Jacksonville and Wenonah awaiting the finish. High arcing free throw is good. Anybody's game as 2-on-1 now for Wenonah. Shot up and no for Cooper. And rebound goes to Evans as we'll have a timeout called for by Trellis Moore. Head coach for Wenonah wants to gather her team together. As they'll have a full timeout, we'll step aside for this timeout. 2:20 to go in regulation. Wenonah 50 and Jacksonville 48.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're showing off our school spirit with our newly designed vertical Spirit debit cards. Now, these are customized with your favorite school's logo, and half of every Spirit card purchased goes toward your school. So, show off your colors and support your local school with the F&M Spirit debit card. You can learn more at fnm.bank. Member FDIC.
Down the home stretch of regulation, Wenonah has led by as much as 6 here in the second half, but Jacksonville has cut that deficit down to 2. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the ball game. Possession arrow belongs to Wenonah. And significant foul issues for both teams. Braxton and Prothro for Jacksonville with 4. Shyla Jones has fouled out in the early minutes of this fourth quarter, and both Zariah Evans and Ariana Parker with 4 fouls each for Wenonah. Wenonah basketball. Big possession for both teams. Parker gets around the defense. Or check that. Franklin misses the runner, and the rebound goes to Jacksonville, as we'll have a whistle and a tie-up. And the possession arrow goes over to Wenonah as Wills was able to tie up the basketball for Wenonah. So Jacksonville had been able to come away with the rebound after Shamarian Franklin missed her running bank shot. Franklin gets it back as they'll kick to the corner. 3 ball up and no good for Wills. Evans gets the offensive rebound. And let's see what they have. A tie-up as Jacksonville gets the possession arrow. Jacksonville with a 2 can tie, or with a 3 can retake the lead. The biggest final 2 minutes of the season for both teams. Nicholson slows it down. As Jacksonville, I think they want to work toward the basket here as Taylor gets by the defenders and can't finish on the bunny. Shamarian Franklin with the rebound. And Evans behind the D, shot up and no. Rebound, it goes to Jacksonville as we'll have a whistle and a travel go on Ontario Braxton.
Wow. I didn't see that one.
Kamidra Prowell, the referee from behind the play, saw Ontario Braxton move the pivot foot. 2-point advantage for Wenonah. Backdoor look to Parker, who puts it in for 2. Ariana Parker up to 13. 4-point lead for Wenonah as Taylor kicks out. Nicholson thought about the 3 as they'll swing it over to Phillips. Almost to the 1-minute mark in the ball game as we'll have travel go on Jacksonville. J.C. Taylor committed the travel as we'll have a full timeout, it appears, called by Coach Corey Mize for Jacksonville. We'll take it with them. 1:01 to go. Wenonah up by 4. You're watching the NFHS Network.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of Fred Wilson, Danny Shears, Carolyn Henderson, Terry Howell, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at Calhoun County. You'll be glad you did.
We come down the final 61 seconds of regulation as Wenonah trying to hold on the number 3 ranked team in the state of Alabama at 29-4 in Class 5A. They're on a 5-game winning streak. And right now they have a 4-point advantage with the basketball, and they do control the possession arrow. Franklin splits the double team and draws the foul on Alexis Phillips, and that's her 4th personal foul. Next foul puts Wenonah in the bonus, as that was Jacksonville's 4th team foul. Wenonah and Jacksonville boys following the conclusion. They'll have about a 10 to 15 minute warm-up period. Emerson Weaver comes into the ball game as J.C. Taylor with 3 fouls checks out. Inbounds pass goes into the backcourt as now Franklin looks over the D. Clock at 45 seconds to go. Franklin bumped that time by, it looks like, Deasia Prothro. If it's on her, she'll foul out of the ball game, and indeed on pro throw.
That'll be it for her.
Pro throw fouls out with 43.7 seconds left, scoring 3 points for the game. First player for the Golden Eagles to foul out. And so big free throws coming up for the Wenonah Dragons. Samarian Franklin has had a big second half so far this morning. She scored 8 of her 12 after halftime. Weaver to the line. Franklin. Shot up and no good off the back rim. Taylor checks out for offense as Weaver exits on a defense to offense substitution. Wenonah still not out of the danger zone just yet, as the free throw rolls around and falls for Samarian Franklin. 5-point advantage for Wenonah.
Big trip for Jacksonville.
They'll push it up ahead. Taylor on the dribble. Waves it off. 3 ball up and no good for Phillips. Rebound to Wenonah. As up ahead is Jackson all alone, and she misses it. And the rebound to Taylor, and I think she got fouled on the rebound. So the time not the friend right now of Jacksonville. Or no, they'll call Jacksonville on the foul. I beg your pardon. As J.C. Taylor couldn't get position. Her 4th personal foul. And so Trinity Wills can just about put this game away with 2 made free throws. First up and good. So a couple of big free throws for her. Extends the lead up to 6 and now up to 7. Her first 2. Clock under 20 to go. Jacksonville trying to extend this ball game as the 3 blocked by Parker. Rebound to Jacksonville as Taylor makes the layup for 2. J.C. Taylor up to 9. Up ahead, the exclamation point coming up as the layup no good, but it doesn't matter as Wenonah, a strong second half surge, able to pull out a 55-50 win over Jacksonville.
So the first pass into the 5A finals goes to the Wenonah Lady Dragons as they come back to defeat Jacksonville by 5, 55-50. Wenonah and the Vills boys come up next here on the NFHS Network.